Aye.
Thank you so much, Leader Schumer, and thank you so much to Senator Cory Booker for caring about Delaware. Thank you. Appreciate it. We're gathered here today on these steps to shine a bright light on what the Trump administration is trying to do in the dark. Right now, people are feeling the effects of only, 6 weeks or so in office. And my colleagues and I are standing here with photos of the people because this is really about power to the people and not power to the ultra rich or to those who have all of the privilege. People right now are afraid, they're fearful, they're concerned. And today, I get to bring a guest from the state of Delaware, my constituent, Laura Wallace from Middletown, Delaware. She was one of thousands of phone calls into my office as people were concerned about their personal data, as people were concerned about the services that would be provided to their aging parent or to their child. Let me tell you a little bit about Laura. This is Laura. Laura is a wife, she is a mother, and she is an advocate for parents, caregivers, and children across this country. She began her career as a toddler teacher. Those were her words, a toddler teacher. And she said that when she saw the amazement in the faces of young children learning, she found her calling. And she ultimately got her dream job at the Office of Early Childhood Development. You know, the place where we talk about Head Start, where we focus on childcare, which we learned during the pandemic was something we could not live without. She also focused on the birth 0 to 3 and sometimes birth to 5 program. And her job was actually to focus on efficiency, not like the Doge boys. Like, she actually was looking out for our taxpayer dollars. But as fate would have it, on Valentine's Day, the day that most of us receive hearts and cookies and things that show love, she actually received a heartless email telling her, quote, she was no longer fit to continue employment and that she would be terminated immediately. This came just days after her supervisor gave her an exemplary report of her work. Bottom line, Dr. Wallace is a well-respected expert in her field, and today she is unemployed. She is just one of the thousands of civil servants, of public servants that have been demonized and that have been, a chainsaw has been taken to them. I want to reiterate, Dr. Wallace's job was actually to save taxpayers money and make sure that our programs were run efficiently. To make matters worse, while she's trying to find a new job, her husband, a veteran, a disabled veteran, is also in a probationary status and is afraid for his job and is looking now. We know that 1/3 of our federal workforce are veterans, the people who fought and served this country, veterans. So now you have a mother, a father who are concerned about health insurance, who are concerned about security for them and their children. But for Laura, more importantly, she's concerned about the children and the families that she served. At this moment, there are now employees that are told to go home, and we are at risk. Our health is at risk from measles and avian flu. Our economy is at risk. Our safety is at risk from flights in the air to our national security when nuclear scientists are told to go home and then asked to come back, but they can't find them. This is not efficiency. This is the Department of Inefficiency is really what it should be called, because this is not efficient and it is also heartless. So tonight, you will hear from the president, but you can make no mistake. that while the Trump administration is focused on having billionaires win and families lose, we as Senate Democrats are fighting for families, fighting for our constituents. And I would end with this. Our Senator Cory Booker said a line that stuck with me, and I hope I quote you right. He said that the power of the people is more important than the people in power. We saved the Affordable Care Act because people stood up, the faces that you see behind us. And so in this moment, while we are here on these steps, we want you to know we're fighting for you. We want you to know that this is about the power of the people and that we will not go back. We will not turn back. We're going to continue to march forward. Stay with us, the power of the people.
Right. Delaware.
So two quick more things. As Lisa was talking, it's not the Department of Efficiency, it's the Department of Cruelty. Because what they've done here is just cruel, as you've heard from story after story. And second, one thing all of our citizenry in our states has in common, they're all going to pay a lot more because of Trump's tariffs. They're all going to pay a lot more Trump's tariffs, $2,000 average per family because of the tariffs he put in. So forget that bull about lowering costs from day one. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.